Well, good morning, folks. Hi to hello. Lester here. And today we are making a video on a wet, rainy, and cold day. Now, I say cold in Texas terms, okay? I understand that what's cold to us is probably not cold to you all. But thank y'all for joining me as I walk around the farm here at Longhorn Lester's and name and give a little bit of a tidbit of information about the rescue babies. We had that question pop up in a live video recently, and I'm like, you know what? I'm going to do that. I'm going to go around and video all of the rescues only and talk a little bit about them so you guys will have an idea of how many actual rescues and or surrenders here at the Longhorn Lester property. Let's start with the horses, okay? You guys come with me. It'll be a lot of fun. And once again, thank y'all for joining me. Hi to hello, okay? Let's go. All right, so we're going to talk first about our horses, but we're not going to start in our horse pasture. No, we're going to start here in our littles pasture, where as of right now, and this is probably just temporary, but as of right now, we have our sweet Rita. Hi, Rita. Hi, sweetie. So Rita has come to us. She was a sweet little girl who was tied to our fence there at the sanctuary. That happened, I think, in August of last year. Hi, sweet baby. Now, Rita loves me so much, y'all. She does. She loves her some daddy. And I love me some Rita, I do. But Rita's young and she's a little bit of a wild child. So we're trying to figure out what's the best move for her. And as of right now, we have Rita away from the other horses because she's causing a little bit of little disruptions here and there. But she is absolutely one of our favorites. And I speak for myself. She's my favorite, okay? So Rita's over here. Now, before you go all crazy, she's not completely alone. She has a friend in Dinky Daryl. We'll talk about him later. But Rita is number one as far as our rescues / surrenders. And now we're going to move to the actual horse pasture. All right, so I'm not going to record these guys in any particular order. I'm just going to go by and name all of the rescues and or surrenders, okay? Out here grazing on this wet day is Stormy. Stormy was surrendered to us from a lady, well, actually from the daughter of a lady who had passed away. The sweet older lady had been sick for a while, undergoing chemo, and where she sat and she watched a lot of videos, run across ours, and she just really, really loved Jamie and all that Jamie does with her horses. And so she reached out. And, well, actually, she didn't reach out. Her daughter reached out and said that her mom's wish was that Jamie would take her sweet horse. Jamie had just lost Dixie from a brain tumor. And she reached out and offered Stormy to Jamie to kind of be not a replacement, because you can't replace a baby that you love, y'all. You don't replace them. But to give Jamie another horse that she could love because she just lost sweet Dixie. So, number two would be Stormy, okay? We love you, sweetie. All right, we will get to the donkeys, but let's go ahead and do all of our horses first. Come here, sweetie. All right, so horse number 3 is our newest arrival. Well, she ain't gonna come to me. No, she's trying to make the donkeys move with her. Come on, sweetie. There's a whole lot of things going on right now with the whole dynamic of everybody. So you have to understand that we're not real comfy right now, or at least I'm not, in this pasture. And when I see ears go back and horses start moving around, I get a little bit nervous. But I will not try to get that close. But what I'm going to say is horse number 3 would be this beaut right here. And her name is Prim. She is the newest arrival to the property. And she comes from a sweet lady in Florida who had just gone through her second hurricane. Yes, 2 hurricanes hit her property and decimated her fields, her pastures. And the lady was unable to rebuild. She had to move Prim into her backyard. And guys, when I say a tiny backyard, it's a tiny backyard. And so she reached out as well and offered us her. We did have to send a transport for her, but she was just a beautiful horse. We don't know much about her yet. We're learning more every day, but that would be horse number 3 as a surrender. All right, making my way into the barn. I'm gonna walk around so I can see the front side of these babies, not go up behind them. But we have Vu. Now, of course, you all know his name is not Vu, but it's Vu. Oh, God, that scared me, sweetie. Don't scare Daddy like that. We have Vu. This is the black and white, the medicine hat paint. And Vu would be horse number 4, who has come to us as a surrender. His sweet owner, Miss Claire, was unable to take care of him. He was a really, I don't know the right word. Guys, there's a lot going on. I don't like all of this over here. Settle down, everybody. I'm gonna open this gate so they don't have to, no one has to be pinned in. But Vu was a little bit jumpy with Miss Claire. She had him stabled with trainers, and she says that they were all unable to work with him very much. So she was a follower of our channel back at I'm a Survivor, and she wanted us to have Vu. Now, we had already, so that makes horse number 4. All right, last but certainly not least is horse number 5, which would be our wonderful fella. It's a gelding. His name is Bucky's. Bucky's actually was rescued from a horse rescue. You're right. He had gone to a horse rescue. He's blind in one eye, and he's partially blind in his second eye. So his owner had to give him up to a rescue, and then that rescue could not keep him because of his, I don't want to say disability, but because of his situation. The other horses at the horse rescue were picking on him, and he was actually the low man on the totem pole and getting kicked, getting bit quite a bit. And so he was actually our very first horse rescue, Bucky's. He's been wonderful. We don't ride him because of the fact that he does have a vision issue. Hi, sweetie. We'll get to you soon, baby girl. He does have a vision issue, so we don't ride him. We have to be very careful when we walk up and make sure he always hears us and he knows that we're walking up. We got to really be careful that we don't spook him because he can get spooked pretty easily. Okay, so now we've gone through all 5 of our horses. And at this point, we'll go ahead and just stick to our equine, and we'll go ahead and go with our donkey. So I'm going to spin right around to this sweet girl who's not really a donkey. She's more of a pony. We say that cheek and tongue because in real life, y'all know what she really is. You know what she really is, right? This is Ivy, and she's our pony. Donkey. But Ivy has a beautiful story. We found her when she was just on, I think they call it death's doorstep. Oh, she was in a really bad situation. If you want to see a really neat and powerful video, you can go to the I'm a Survivor channel and look up Saving Ivy. Saving Ivy. And that's the title of the video where we had gotten her. She belonged to an elderly lady. Watch out, tricksters. And the lady just was unable to take care of her. But the sweet lady had not seen her in several days. Christmas, don't come over here getting everyone riled up. The lady had not seen her in several days and reached out to a friend to help find her. So sure enough, the friend went over and began to look around and found her all tangled up in barbed wire. There was barbed wire on the ground, all wrapped around her ankles. Poor girl had gotten down, couldn't get untangled. They called the sheriff's department. The sheriff's department called us because we were local to the area and said, could we come help them? So we went over, helped free her. We did do that. We did all that stuff. And then, of course, the sweet lady, when she found out who we were, offered her to us. And so we went ahead and brought her home and just really hoped to get her back to health. She's been wonderful. She has learned, she's kind of evolved into being more of a horse. In fact, she was with the horses probably in her previous life, y'all. And so as of today, she thinks herself to be a horse. We know she's a little bit too small to be a horse. So we just call her our pony, okay? All right, she's our sweet pony. And if you don't know, this is a cross down her back, which reminds us that it was our Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who rode into Jerusalem on the back of a donkey, okay? I know. All right, we're going to go ahead and walk on out of here and go back and find the other 3 donkeys. And then, of course, we'll finish up with Dinky Daryl. Okay, so I've kind of lost track. So let's do this together, just to make sure that we're on the same page. 5 horses. That would be Rita, Stormy, Prim, Voo, and Bucky's. 1 pony, Ivy. So I think that we're at 6 right now. We're at 6. I can tell you right now that this video is going to run long. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just do horses and donkeys today. And then we'll come back on a follow-up video, maybe tomorrow, and do goats and pigs, alpaca. All right, clearing the top of this hill, there's going to be 3 donkeys, but only 2 are actually rescues. We have to do our dogs as well at some point. Okie dokie. Let's make our way over. All right, so I'm a Gene came to us long before you guys ever found our channel. I'm a Gene belonged to a neighbor. Her name was Joy. She had gotten sick and passed away. So I'm a Gene actually belonged to us as a rescue or slash a surrender. Careful, we don't know Prim's behavior around dogs. And so this is Beverly here. Beverly is not a rescue. Okay, Beverly was born. She was born, oh boy. Beverly was born to us, okay? But Imogene over here was not. She was a rescue who came from Miss Joy. Joy also lost her home in Hurricane Harvey. And Imogene was the only, or one of our few, look out, Trixie. Oh, Lordy. Hey, Bev, settle it down. Oh, golly gee. Trixie, you're going to get me hurt. No, ma'am. Okay, this is Imogene, has a wonderful story behind her. And Donkey Dan, another survivor from Hurricane Harvey. And so, okay, so there we go. So far, okay, they have wonderful stories, but I don't want to get hurt out in this horse pasture, okay? Donkey Dan, come here, sir. Oh, see, there's something going on here with this dynamic. This Prim over here is not real sure what I'm doing, I think, with these donkeys because she wants them all for herself. Here I walk up and everyone's trying to love on me. She's like, wait a minute, you belong to me. You belong to me. You're my donkeys. That's the smartest animal we got right there. She's a lot smarter than I am to stay off this pasture. Okay, let's count right quick, okay? 5 horses. And then when we go to our donkeys, we have Ivy, Imogene, Donkey Dan, and there's one more, and I can see him from way over here. Looky there, y'all. That's old Dinky Daryl. That's Mr. Dinkster. Let's walk over and say hi to Dinkster. What I'm going to do is cross right through this little spot. The horses taught me about this place here. They also walked through this small little trail to go around the spillway. All right, we are making our way up. It is a sloppy mess, friends. There's our Mr. Dinkies. All right, so Dinky is a mini donkey who came from the JL Ranch property. He showed up one day and stayed there for quite a while. Fell in love with Miss Rita, who you've already met. And at that time, Rita was over there with the horses. We had a grass situation here. And so Dinky Daryl stuck around. We ended up calling animal control. They waited a time period. They put out, okay, I'm going to call it an APB, but I don't think animal control calls it an APB. An all points bulletin for anyone missing a mini donkey. And so at some point, the course of time that we had to wait, Jamie and I went ahead and loaded Dinky Daryl up, brought him over here with our other babies, and Dinky Daryl, even though you can't see him real good because of the fences, has been a really neat and just beautiful addition to our family, our rescue family. Oh, Dinky Daryl. All right, so now, if we were to stop right over here, let's go ahead and do a count. Okay, a quick count. Horses, 5. Donkeys, Ivy, Donkey Dan, I'm Jean, Dinky Daryl. Because remember, Beverly was born to us, so she does not count. So that makes 9. There are 9 surrenders / rescues here with our equine at the Longhorn Lester property. Now, I know for a fact that I'll probably get some dates wrong, some information wrong, but we're blessed. And I'll go ahead and add one final tidbit of information that you probably already know. I'm not good with horses. I admit it. I'm just not good with horses. I wish I were, but I'm not. And it is what it is. But even though we may not know much as far as the training part, what we do offer our horses and donkeys is love, plenty of food, their medical needs are all being met. Sweetie. They have pastures, they have shelter from the elements, they have an audience, you all, who love and adore them. And so we hope that with time we'll get better as far as teaching the horses things they need to be taught, you know, from their behaviors to other stuff. But we love these babies. We're blessed to have them, and they're blessed to have you all. Thank you so much for watching my video, for your comments. Of course, if you ever like it or share it, that always helps a lot as well. Spread the good message. We love you so much, and we'll catch you guys on the next video when we follow up with other farm rescues and surrenders. Thank y'all for watching.
Don't let your troubles fester. Come watch Longhorn Lester.
Yeah, something like that.